This call originates from a Louisiana correctional facility and may be recorded or monitored.
The Angola Three have struggled, not in the light, but in the darkest night imaginable. In a prison that began as a slave plantation, in the holes, for many years, for the expressed reason of their political beliefs and affiliations. For being members of the Black Panther Party, they were railroaded to prison. For their adherence to black liberation, 2 of the 3 remain there today.
I think the state wants to make an example out of them. That's why they've kept them in solitary confinement all of these years, 32 years now. They're the example of what happens if you question authority, if you take a stand against injustice, if you stand up on principle and try to change things in a place like Angola where things aren't supposed to change.
Hey, welcome to Angola, our gated community.
I've been painted a picture of Angola, Louisiana. Pictures of deals in back alleys.
Each entering with a chant of power to the people, and most with a smile. Formally presented a wide range of charges against the defendants, including criminal anarchy.
Angola, Louisiana. Got a lot to do with justice, but more with Gary Tyler's life. I got a letter from his mother, said please say something to my son. Truth is, oh, Angola, Louisiana, you're the one.
Our emphasis was upon stopping the rapes that was rampant in jail, and how if we would all come together, we could end the conditions that exist.
When you get to the clothing room, they'll issue you a blanket, mattress, and so on and so on. And there'll be about anywhere from 50 to 75 inmates out there waiting on the first one to walk by so they can help carry his stuff down the walk. Best thing I can tell you is you should carry your own stuff on down the walk. Because if you don't, there's a possibility that if you do get help with your stuff, that somebody's going to come by about 9 o'clock that night and want to fuck in your ass.
There was brutality by the guards. There was a lot of raping of younger prisoners by the elder, the older prisoners, not the elder because they wasn't elders. It's just some people who had probably in their mid-20s, 30s who had been inside the system. They were considered as veteran, and the guy, your kid, 17, 18 years old, they got to have all the experience in the world. So they can use this experience to coerce, influence, and just bully a bunch of young prisoners. This was prevalent at that time. And then there were also guards, we were talking about not inmate guards because there were inmate guards as well, but we were talking about free guards. They were your people who also took part in selling or giving one inmate or prisoner to another prisoner, saying this is your wife.
It was against this backdrop that Albert Woodfox and Herman Wallace and some others decided to form a Black Panther chapter and try to lessen some of the horrors of all this. And one of the main things they did was try to organize the prisoners to stop this culture of rape. And they had a lot of success at it. They would meet young new prisoners who were, I think they came in every Thursday, which they called Fresh Fish Day. They would give them advice, tell them not to gamble because you don't want to get into debt with anybody, don't borrow anything from anybody, don't take any gifts from anybody. Said that they offered to protect young kids who are being victimized. And from what I know, this culture of rape really lessened a lot because of what they were doing.
What they're being asked to do by the system, which feels threatened by them, is to give up their ideals, to give up their struggle. And if they will give up their struggle, then they will be rewarded with easier time in prison, a sooner release date, etc. And what political prisoners universally say is, no, I won't do it. And that's why you find so many of them in isolation, like the Angola Three.
It is what give them the courage and gives them the will, the ideological strength to understand and to fight the constant abuses by the prison administration. You know, that Black Panther Party ideology is a powerful, powerful weapon. It's an ideological, spiritual atom bomb for people who are inside those prisons' walls. And many times when they go in prison, they're apolitical. Then they get a taste of what, you know, consciousness is about, and certainly that is what sustains them. So I think that you can't be enough said about the kind of consciousness and the courage and the spirit that's imbibed in these political prisoners as a result of being the adherents of Huey Newton and the ideology of our Black Panther Party.
I want to lend all my support to the Angola 3, Free Albert, Free Herman.
These brothers have been fighting the right fight. It's time for people to get behind them and show their revolutionary spirit. All power to the people.
Do everything you can within your power, every act you can make. Just learn about the Angola 3, support the Angola 3, and celebrate when we finally get these guys released.
Hey, free the Angola 3. All power to the people.
Free the Angola 3, support all political prisoners, support the struggle, continue the resistance, never give up, never surrender.
Get Herman and Albert out of jail, support the Angola prisoners, free the Angola prisoners, free all political prisoners.
Well, in the final analysis, I think our clarion call must be free the Angola 3, free all political prisoners.
Free the Angola 3, free all political prisoners, dismantle this capitalist system.
I'm with you every day in spirit, and we will get you free.
Free the Angola 3 and all political prisoners. Free our freedom fighters because they fought to free us.
I do love you, and you're in my thoughts all the time, so take good care, keep up the fight, and power to the people.
You know what I can really see? I can see all of us standing outside the prison and our friends inside being free. You know, I know that the Angola 3 are going to be together outside of prison, standing there. I know Mumia Abu-Jamal is going to be free, and I know we're going to be with them. It's only a matter of time, so let's bring it on.
Free the Angola 3! Free the Angola 3! Free the Angola 3!
Recognize these as concentration camps, recognize that the Angola 3, they are victims of terrorism. Free the Angola 3, free Mumia Abu-Jamal, free Sandiata Angola, free all political prisoners and prisoners of war. One prisoner, one contact, free them all.
Big enough for digging in stacks, and I got freedom fighter shit to make you pick up the gap and buck the powers. All up in our face and shit. Me and the city got a love-hate relationship. I represent.
Now, to begin our discussions, brothers and sisters, we're going to attempt to define, first of all, what a political prisoner is, and then our guest will help us by elaborating on their appreciation of this term and how indeed it has been applied within the African struggle in North America for liberation. When we speak of political prisoners, we are speaking of persons who are targeted for persecution and imprisonment by the United States government solely because of, and for no other reason other than